What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Piscifun channel. My name is Lance, and I'm heading out early in the morning, way before the sun's up, to take advantage of this early morning walleye bite that's on the Mississippi River. In the fall, these fish move in shallow to shallow structures. You can pick them off using jigs and other types of baits, but I'm going to be throwing hair jigs. Come along with me. I think we got a great video for you today. Fish. Oh, that one slammed it. First fish of the morning. Feels like a white bass, actually. Good fish, whatever it is. Just slammed it. That's a walleye. There we go. Beautiful fish. Man, did he crush it. Beautiful fish to start the morning. Got up extra early this morning and get out and try this early morning bite. Seems to be really good in the fall when you can get out early for a few different reasons, but that's a great start. Probably about a 19-inch fish. That was on the hair jig. We'll get him back. I'm just using one of my hand-tied hair jigs. It's starting to fall apart a little bit here. He was right up in the current. I don't even know if he was near the bottom. He almost seemed like he was a little bit suspended, but just cast it. It was falling to the bottom and just boom. Great start. I'm gonna put on a different jig here. There we go. Little guy. Just felt a little tick, and there he was. And when I got kind of going back, bringing it back against the current, I'm right below the locking dam. I don't know if you can see with the dark, but water dumps out of this gate, and then it sweeps around into the wall here. And there's like a ledge, a rock ledge. That water pushes up against that rock ledge. Another fish. The water pushes up against that rock ledge. It forces bait up against it. And it concentrates the bait, and those fish hang out and feed on that bait then. It's a good one. Really good fish on that hair jig. A 16-inch fish. I'm trying to work my jig right up along that ledge where the water pushes up against it. I'm trying to get that jig to kind of bounce along that face. And you don't necessarily have to hit the bottom, but you do want it near the bottom. But these fish are coming up off the bottom quite a ways to hit bait, so you can give it good aggressive lifts and they'll come up and smack it. They're hanging out right under the boat. Must be these smaller guys. That one's a sauger. That current comes out, pushes, it splits. Some of it goes back up towards the dam, and then some of it comes down this way. And where I'm really trying to concentrate my cast is where that water hits the wall and splits. And I should see that jig sweep downstream after the split, and that's where I'm kind of bouncing it along. Once it gets downstream, I'm bringing it back up into the current towards the boat. I use high vis line because when you fish at night, you can really see that line well. You can tell when you're hitting the bottom with the jig, your line will go slack. With clear lines, fluorocarbon, whatever, it's hard to see that line, but I can see it. Oh my goodness. I don't know if you saw that, but that fish just smashed it. But I can see that line pretty clearly. I hope you saw that on camera, how that line jumped when that fish hit. My goodness, they're stacked in there. Right at the boat, got snipped off. Crushed it too. I don't know if that was a pike or I'd like to have seen that one. Smashed it. That's a white bass. White bass bite at night too. Ooh, on the hair jig. Sucking fish. Not the big white bass that you can catch out here, but decent little fish. So a couple of the reasons why fishing in the dark is better for walleyes is they move up real shallow. I think I mentioned that already. Anywhere there's a rock structure that comes up, you know, a few feet of the surface, they're gonna sit right up near the surface on that rock structure feeding. Whereas during the day, they're gonna push down in the deeper water around the rock structure and are gonna be a little more neutral. But when they push up on those rocks, they're in full feeding mode and they can be picked off a lot easier. Also in the fall when the water's low in the river, it's much clearer and the fish feel much more comfortable coming up into those shallow areas and feeding at night when you don't have a high sun. Now if you have a nice overcast day, you can get them up shallow as well. But there's a good one. But nighttime is definitely something you want to try out in the fall. You can get some really good fish. There's a nice walleye. Hammered that hair jig. Another great fish by 17, 18 incher. Super fun bite. Just pound it. You can get them on plastics, get them on crankbaits. I have a crankbait ready here. I might throw that a little bit here too, but when they're this aggressive, they're gonna hit anything that's kind of moving through their zone. They're in full feeding mode. So setup I'm using for a reel is the Piscifun Lumix 2000 series 8-pound high-vis gold mono from Strin. I got my Radcliffe carbon 7'2" spinning rod. Just an awesome setup for catching walleyes, pitching jigs. So much fun. I hope the lighting's working out for you guys. I hope you can see okay. I got light here and here. One's shining so you can see my line. Got one here. It's a little hard to record at night, so I tried to get enough lighting here so you could actually see what's going on. So I hope it's recording good for us here today. We will see when I get home. Take a look at the current conditions here. 6 a.m., 51 degree water. I'm sitting over about 17 feet of water, but I'm casting up onto that rock pile, which is much shallower. It's probably 3-4 feet over the top of the rock pile. A little correction on the time. It's actually 5 a.m. That clock is 1 hour ahead. It did not get set back for daylight savings. I was gonna say, I got more time to fish than that. Thought I came out a little earlier, but turns out the clock's wrong. So that's a good thing. Ooh. Bumped it. Good walleye. Awesome. Awesome. So much fun. Oh, beautiful fish. 16, 17 incher again. Man, they're cracking tonight. Let's get them back. I say tonight, but I actually mean early this morning. Kind of confused at what time it is. That's okay. Catching fish. Oh my goodness. Did you see that line jump? That's a good walleye. Oh. Oh, that's so much fun. If you can see that fish coming in, he just throttled that bait. Oh. It's the best one of the day. Oh man, that's too much fun. I hope you guys could see in the video that line jump, but or the rod jump, I don't know, but he just hammered. Easy, buddy. Easy. He's got some spunk. Gorgeous fish, probably pushing 20 inches. Yes. Let me take a closer look at that hair jig that I'm using. It's yellow and red. I got some red tinsel in there. And an orange with a white eye jig head. Back to back. This one is not as big. It is a sauger. Sauger like the jig too. fish. Oh. It's fighting. It's a fighter. It's a white bass. It's a walleye. Good walleye. They are spunky. Great fish, 15-incher. They are getting hooked good today. Great fish. Well guys, I know it's tough getting up that early, but I think it was worth it in this case. Get out there before the sun comes up, pitch these jigs in shallow on shallow rock structure, try some different baits, different colors, but you're gonna find those fish are aggressive and you're gonna have a great time. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I enjoyed making it. Until next time, we'll see you out on the water.